Okay, hello. My name is Michael Canny, and this is my project titled BLOX. So this is where I will provide the video link. So to begin, here's my statement. I pretty much wanted to create blocks reminiscent of children's toys, uh, but I wanted them to be slightly different. Using linguistic hierarchy and physical emphasis, I wanted to make the blocks have way different amounts based off of the letters and symbols that are on them. So this kind of implies the concept of communication as labor. And then, yeah, up here I have they're visually similar and physically different. So the artwork I drew inspiration from was a wordplay workshop by Anna Warfield. She had a bunch of balloon letters on a wall, and people could come up and just mess with them and create words. This is my initial research. I took inspiration from children's toys. I wanted to use really bright colors and then these fonts that are very stylistic. And then all my letters on each block were going to be different with different size blocks. I decided not to do this. I didn't like the idea and I decided to pivot. Instead of having different size blocks and different letters on each block, I wanted them to be visually the same but physically different, similar to how letters are. They all look very similar, but they hold different weight within words and sentences. But so that's why I wanted them to be physically different. So you feel letters when you speak them in the same way with these, you will feel them when you pick them up. So I wanted to avoid making the concept too obvious. If the blocks were all different sizes, you could know exactly what the point of it is without even touching it. I also wanted to include a photographic element because I'm a photographer, and I decided to change the font. I wanted to base my inspiration off of a very basic font, easily digestible, so I chose Helvetica New. Here's some process work. Here are the blocks before I painted them or even touched them at all. Here are the blocks after I sprayed them with a pre-paint kind of matte. And then here's me working on them and painting them. Here's the weight gradation you can see from lightest to heaviest. The lightest is some plastic, it goes from wood and then into some rocky materials and then into metals, and copper's the heaviest. So beginning with my final images, right here I have PAL. A lot of these images I was trying to use the symbols, so I was kind of getting a lot of my inspiration from that. This one's called Stripes. I wanted to use the quotation marks, and zero was the first word I thought of. Construct. I wanted to use create and innovate, those two words, as part of my project. So this is one of those photos. And or I was trying to use the slash. This was the best way I thought would work. Is not. It's pretty self-explanatory. This one I titled "Huh." It just says what. My mind is made. This is, split decision, this or that, this over that, I guess. Stand tall. Here's where create comes in. This is probably my favorite image out of all of the ones that I took. Face plant. This one reminded me of like if you trip and fall right before you hit the ground. So that's why that's the title. These two are together in one thing, considered the same, piece. The word is acequia, which the definition is it's like a ditch or a trench. I chose this word because it has a lot of vowels in it, and I thought it would be cool to see a visual of the weight of the different letters. So on the left is the word spelled out how it normally is, and on the right is the word stacked up based on the weight of the letters rather than the spelling of the word. Um, and yeah, that is it. Thank you very much.